Let's talk about your daily routine. Can you tell me about your daily routine?
When I first get up, I don't like doing anything high maintenance or too quick. I like to take my time. Once I wake up, I like to just be on my phone and then gradually get on from there. Get up and do my skincare. I start getting dressed and then go downstairs. I make some coffee or tea, even matcha. I love matcha. So yeah, that's kind of my morning routine.
Has your routine changed since you were a child?
So growing up, I didn't really have a routine because when you're a child, you just do whatever. But growing up, I came to realize that it's important to have like a set routine on what to do and how to take care of yourself, how to maintain a better routine throughout the day. So yeah, my routine has drastically changed throughout my life.
Is there anything you would like to add to your daily routine?
I would like to incorporate more of like meditation to just be able to ground myself when needed. I haven't been able to do that as of recently, but I would like to incorporate that in my routine because I think it's important to just be able to have that minute to yourself and just feel grounded.
Let's talk about flowers. Have you ever received flowers as a gift?
Yes, I have. Actually, recently I did receive flowers and I can't talk enough about flowers. I love everything about them, like the variations that you find, the different types and colors, as simple as like roses to, let's say, tulips. I love everything about them.
On what special occasions do people give flowers in your country?
From where I'm from, they usually use flowers for, say, birthdays or weddings. And flowers are just common to receive, especially here with my friends. We usually like gift each other flowers for each other's birthdays or even just like a normal, like a thank you, like just to show appreciation to a person.
What kind of flowers would you like to receive as a present?
So I've never received sunflowers. And when I was a kid, I just looking at sunflowers, I was always amazed by how they look. And I would want to like touch one because I've never like seen how it looks like in real life. I've only seen it through pictures. So I would like to receive sunflowers.
Now let's talk about food. Do you enjoy cooking?
I don't personally cook for myself just because I wasn't really into cooking. I do, however, like baking. I like to bake desserts. I like to make, let's say, cake, chocolate cake or cookies. Whenever I feel bored at home and there's literally nothing to do, I find myself grabbing the ingredients in the cupboards or just baking. It's really fun and just the hard work that I put into it versus the aftermath, I feel like it's worth it.
Do you think that you have a healthy diet?
Personally, I don't think that I have a healthy diet. I usually eat whatever is available. I try to be mindful of what I put into my body, especially because how I see people develop some issues with the food that they take. And especially because as I'm growing older, my metabolism is going to be different. So I try to be aware, but usually my diet isn't that great.
How often do you order food online?
I usually order, I would say about 2 to 3 times a week. Other than that, I would just eat at home. I would actually very much prefer homemade food rather than ordering online. When there's nothing to eat at home, I tend to gravitate towards ordering through the app, fast food.
Now let's talk about movies. What are the advantages of seeing a movie in the cinema?
I would say the advantages of seeing a movie in a cinema would be that you get to watch it as soon as it comes out. You get to watch it in a bigger screen instead of just staying at home and watching it through your laptop or TV. I don't think there's a lot of advantages in my opinion, but I really like the experience. Let's say if you're watching it in terms of like I'm through IMAX, that experience is really nice because of how the sound system is. It's a really nice experience.
Do you like watching movies alone or with other people?
So when it's like an indie film, I like to watch it alone because I feel like that's not everyone's cup of tea. But with psychological thrillers or horror movies especially, I love watching it with other people because I cannot stand watching it alone. I get really scared when it's horror films. So having a company with you, it's much better. So last year, my mom, who usually prepares the meals at home, she was away for vacation. So I was in charge of cooking the food at home. I learned to prepare this meal, which was pasta arrabbiata. It's very simple to some people, but from perspective where I've never really cooked anything at home, it was like a big step for me. I learned this recipe online. Like I just skimmed through a random website and I started following the recipe. And I actually had a bit of help from my cousin. The reason why I chose this food to prepare was because my dad really enjoys pasta arrabbiata. He wouldn't eat any other type of pasta except that for some reason. It doesn't have any like meat. It's just literally pasta and sauce. And it was pretty quick. Like when I started preparing it, it didn't take me that long, which I liked because I hate spending hours in the kitchen just waiting to cook meat, to eat something. I think that takes the fun out of cooking because I just want it quick. The part that I liked about the meal that I prepared was that it was quick, but also at the same time it was very delicious. Like I added organic tomato. I used not like the canned sauce. I made it from scratch, so that's what I enjoyed about it.
So we've been talking about food, and we're going to continue to talk about cooking and working in the food industry. Do you think it's important for children to learn how to cook?
So I love the idea where kids grow up in a household where they learn how to cook. Personally, I was never taught how to cook properly. Just to prepare like random dishes, small dishes, like putting the cheese on the plate, because in Arab cuisines you will find like these tiny dishes spread out like called mezza. So it's just like tiny appetizers, and that's how I learned to prepare the breakfast table. But I would personally teach my kids how to cook if I learned it myself, because I feel like learning that from a young age could benefit for their future.
Do you think that high school children should learn to cook at home or at school?
I never heard anyone cooking at school, honestly, but I think at home would be much preferable because you have everything there. The ingredients, it's already in the kitchen. And especially because, let's say, a parent could help guide you on what to use, what not to use, what to stay away from, and what goes with what. So you can test out what is suitable for your liking.
Now let's talk about working as a chef. Do you think it would be enjoyable to work as a professional chef?
From my knowledge, I've only seen professional chefs, let's say in cooking shows or in Hell's Kitchen. So I think it's a very tiring job, especially because if you have like, let's say 20 people coming in at the same time ordering different meals, it's going to be a very tough job or tough on you to be a professional chef, trying to keep up with different meals. What if you mess up? Like, you never know. So yeah, I don't think it's an easy job.
How much influence do celebrity chefs have on what ordinary people cook?
So the influence that celebrity chefs have on ordinary people, I believe, is great because of how they add their personal touch into a dish. Gordon Ramsay, I know that he's known for his filet mignon, I think. And the way he prepares it, he wants it to be perfect. And I think that like not everyone can achieve that at home, but learning through what he does can make them very intrigued to make this dish.
That's the end of the speaking test. Well done.
Thank you so much.